When it's deer versus car on the highway, the results are usually not very pretty. 200 drivers a year in the United States are killed in collisions with deer. And October, November, and December are particularly high-risk months. Early show consumer correspondent Susan Koeppen is in Valley Grove, West Virginia, with the story. Susan, good morning.
Good morning, Harry. We're live in West Virginia because this is the #1 state in the country for deer vehicle collisions. According to a new study, your chance of hitting a deer in this state over the next 12 months, 1 in 42. But nationwide, there are more than 1 million deer-related accidents every year.
This driver's night is about to take a violent turn. A deer dashes out into the road without warning. Holy! A scenario repeated over and over on roads and highways across the country. Over the past 2 years, there have been an estimated 2.3 million deer-related accidents. That's nearly 96,000 a month, almost 3,200 a day.
It's estimated that over the past 5 years, the number of deer vehicle collisions has increased more than 21%. Think about it this way. In the time it's taking me to talk to tell you all of this, it's likely that someone somewhere in America has hit a deer.
According to a new report by State Farm Insurance, West Virginia, Iowa, Michigan, South Dakota, and Montana round out the top 5 states where drivers are most likely to hit a deer. Jonathan Lamacchia was about to merge onto a highway when he came face to face with a full-grown buck.
I just slammed on my brakes, hoped that the deer kept running, but I hit right into it.
His car was totaled. The deer was killed. Jonathan walked away uninjured.
I feel like we're really lucky that, the car didn't go off the road, the deer didn't go in the car.
Experts say urban sprawl, combined with more drivers on the road, is a main reason for so many deer-car collisions. A majority of the accidents happening between 6 and 9 p.m.
How big of a problem is the deer population in the United States?
Oh, it's huge.
Ed Mulca says this little device called Deer Deter is the possible solution to preventing many deer-car accidents. Now at work in places like Essex County, New Jersey, the device senses headlights of approaching cars and sets off a flashing light and high-pitched noise.
We have a bunch of cars coming down this stretch of road. They're coming along. This senses the car and does what for the deer?
It's activated. If the deer's approaching it, the deer just stops. And as the vehicles go by, it'll stop going off and the deer will go on its way.
Essex County spent $100,000 on more than 400 devices for its biggest trouble spots. So far, deer collisions have slowly started to decrease. But with a growing deer population, America's roadways are becoming increasingly hazardous for both deer and driver.
Holy!
And just in case you're wondering, the state with the lowest number of deer collisions, Hawaii. Your chance of hitting a deer in that state, 1 in more than 13,000, Harry.
Not a lot there, I guess. What are the best things you can do as a driver to make sure you and a deer don't come head-to-head?
Well, experts say one of the first things you should do if you come head-to-head with a deer while you're driving, don't swerve. That's one of the worst things you can do. You can actually make an accident even worse. And also, if you see one deer, there are probably more since they travel in herds. And also, check your insurance policy. Not all insurance policies will cover one of these accidents, and they can be pricey, Harry.
All right. Last but not least, you're standing there in the deer-hitting capital of the world. Have you seen any deer this morning?
There is a deer behind me, but let me just say you don't want us to pan the camera over in that direction, Harry.
I understand completely. Susan Koeppen, thank you very much.